Please be advised that Little Miss Recap contains adult language.
I know this is all exciting for Christine and everything, and I'm happy that she's on her path. But that scene bothers me because she's right there asking for my children to side with her against me. I mean, if nobody else sees it, maybe I'm just delusional.
Hi everyone, welcome to Little Miss Recap, the podcast where we're culpable and amicable and we go the manosphere and I don't know. I just felt like throwing some Kody Brown language in there.
I like that. I mean, anytime we can bring up the manosphere, I'm a happy girl.
I'm happy about it too. About it too. And I will have a surprise for our listeners coming on social later because we got extra footage.
Yes.
Similar to how Matt and Jake always get extra footage.
Yes, of course.
And we have a different celebrity crush for Kody. We have discovered there is a different celebrity crush, not Sophia Loren. What's he talking about?
No, fuck that. Absolutely fuck that. Mm-mm. No, that is weird and not normal. And
although let me tell you something. Oh God. We're a minute in and I need the goddamn shame bell. We're a minute in and I need the shame bell because
okay, talk to me.
I felt him at this point because I also probably would have named some like 1950s movie star. I would have said like, oh, Richard Burton in Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, or
sure.
Elizabeth Taylor in Antony and Cleopatra.
I mean, he went classic.
He went classic, which is a smart move.
Fully classic.
Yeah.
Like, it would be like saying Elizabeth Taylor or something. You can't argue with the fact that Sophia Loren was stunning. Like,
I'm here to judge the fuck out of these celebrity crushes. We'll get there.
Okay. Cool.
First, I want to talk to you about my graphic.
Yes. Your infographic. Yes.
Last week, guys, I put on Instagram. You can go look and see it. Little Miss Recap. There are some complicated historical figures that have accompanied Jackie Overton in my graphic, and they are Willy Wonka, not Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka.
Willy Wonka, of course. Gene Wilder, as you said, national treasure.
Mm-hmm. Grimace.
I love Grimace.
I love Grimace too, but as one of the backdoor friends said, what is he bringing to the McDonald's?
He's not pretty a lot. He's not Mayor McCheese. He's not the Hamburglar.
No.
He's not even Ronald McDonald. He's something else. Yeah.
We got LBJ.
Of course.
I have different feelings about LBJ, but I'm not getting into this.
Okay. By the way, if anyone, I'd like to see All the Way, the play about LBJ that Bryan Cranston won the Tony for.
Yes.
It gives you a whole different appreciation for LBJ.
I have an appreciation for LBJ that not many people have because I am a student of that very specific time in history. And he carried out JFK's mission.
He did.
And he did. Even though he didn't agree with it. And I think you would never see that today. No,
LBJ is not a man who thought voting rights and equal rights were important.
Correct.
But he kept it going. He knew it was right. He just didn't believe it.
Correct. Who else did I have on there?
Benedict Arnold.
Right.
I love when you tickle yourself. It brings me great joy. Yes, we had Grimace, we had LBJ, we have David Koresh. I'm going to go so far as to say David Koresh is not particularly complicated.
Listen, to my 14-year-old brain, I said to Amanda, we have to do the new Waco documentary because you have no idea how obsessed I was with Waco.
Okay. I was in college, so I had other things to think about.
I was carrying around, I'm not going to lie, I was carrying around 2 books as a 10th grader maybe.
Oh, God.
And they were Helter Skelter.
Sure, of course.
Okay. And Inside the Cult, The Branch Davidians.
Your normal 14-year-old reading
list.
I mean, we were all into Helter Skelter, though.
So I'm glad you appreciated my graphic.
I did.
All right, girlie, you're taking us through Sister Wives Season 18, Episode
18.
18.
It's our double 18. Boo boo.
18.
It's our golden episode.
Oh, one more thing. I'm sorry. One more thing.
Yeah.
We have a crossover with Ace and Caitlin coming up.
We do. Christmas Day.
It's It's going to drop on Christmas Day. It's called a Little Miss Trash Bag crossover, live from Coyote Pass. We had so much fun.
Yeah, we had such a good time. That was quite enjoyable. Other thing is Christmas Day, not Christmas Day, I lied. New Year's Day, we're dropping a Q&A.
We are dropping a Q&A, and the form is open and it is on Patreon and Supercast. And if you are an Apple subscriber, I have no way to get a post to you. So you just have to shoot me an email. You could go to our website, littlemissrecap.com. There's like a big thing right there. Send us an email. Send me an email, just asking your question. And that will be on all paid tiers.
And the form is also in Backdoor Friends.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? You didn't put the form in there? Okay,
no.
Never mind.
Just
ignore me.
Just the link to the Patreon post.
Got it.
Yeah. Yep.
I knew there was a link. Okay. I'm with you now.
All right, girl. Let's go.
Okay. Let's do this.
Let's go to Coyote Pass. Yay! That was a horse.
That was a horse. Do you need a horsey ring?
The horse took us to Coyote Pass. Yay!
Sounds not dissimilar from your Aaron laugh, by the way. I think my Coyote Pass fight is our episode of Love Has Won. Because I keep having to listen to it because I just need to keep hearing you call them Dumb and Dumber and
and then how great was it? Timmy was, what were we watching last night? Oh, we were watching Vikings Valhalla and somebody was burning sage. I'm like, remember when that dumb girl burned down the house on Love Has Won with the sage?
And then I burned the house down. Oh, bless. Okay,
right.
Let's talk about Sister Wives. So we jump right back into it. Suki's talking to Mary, and she says Christine has found her soulmate. She asks Mary if she wants to date. Yep, Mary's into it.
Mary's all in.
She asks if Mary has met David. She says she has, and she likes him. She's only met him a couple times. He seems nice.
Where did she meet him?
It's got to be
Gwendolyn's wedding party?
Gwendolyn's wedding.
Okay. All right. But she said a couple times.
But maybe there was like multiple events that weekend.
Okay. All right.
That we didn't see.
Okay.
There could have been like a breakfast for the family the next day or something. Who knows?
Okay.
But
do you think Gwendolyn invited Mary to her wedding?
She was there.
Okay.
We saw the photos. I think. Yeah, because McKelty tried to edit Mary out of the photos.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I will say that Ace and Caitlin came hard for me about my like for McKelty, not love, like. I am choosing to not defend myself at this point until I have further evidence in the rewatch.
Okay. That's fair. That's fine.
Okay.
I'm not joining you on this journey. I'm fine to join you with Truly. I'm not joining you on your McKelty journey.
By the way, nobody told me Gwendolyn's Instagram picture is her and Truly. And Truly's in like this weird pose where she's going, like halfway into the frame.
I didn't know that. But,
nobody told me.
Oh, I'm sorry. People get on it. When you see Truly in any representation, you need to let Amy know
especially when she's being weird. Send it to me.
The weirder she is, the more we're into it.
Okay.
So Janelle gushes about David. He's just a breath of fresh air. And Janelle says that Christine said to her, I didn't know what it was like to be loved like this. Which, God, I'm glad she has it.
I'm glad she has it. Very glad.
We have some thoughts on David. We'll get there.
I have some thoughts on Christine that probably aren't going to be popular, but we'll get there.
I know. Kody says he met David for about 15 minutes. They had mild conversation. I don't know what mild conversation is, but they had mild conversation.
He is such a fucking idiot, isn't he? He's such an idiot.
Mild
conversation. Just stop.
Wait till we get to his obsession with Christine shit-talking him.
Just stop using descriptors in front of everything, dude. It doesn't have to be a certain type of conversation.
Cody could say, I met him for about 15 minutes. We chatted.
Done.
He does say that Robyn spent more time talking to David. She thought David was sweet. Kody says, Christine has chosen him, so I think it is a good match. But he knows nothing. Excuse me.
Okay.
By his story, Christine chose Kody.
Yeah, true.
But that was not a good match.
True. Because Kody did Christine the huge favor.
Oh, sure.
Of marrying her even though he didn't love her.
Right. And after the nachos and he found her gross and all that.
Thanks, dude.
We revisit the Salsa Brava lunch. He, of course, remembers it. He says he didn't like her at all. He was in a cynical place. And he wishes her the best now and all the happiness in life. And I just wrote, he is so hung up that she is shit-talking him to the kids.
He is... I have to say something. Holy shit. I never thought I would say this in my life.
Okay.
Wow. This is only going on Patreon. I might even cut this completely out.
Okay. I'm holding on.
He makes some sense around this topic later.
One brief thing. I know what you're saying.
Now, I will say this. Whatever Kody thinks that Christine is saying to his kids, and whatever points that he makes that are somewhat valid, this has nothing to do with Gabe and Garrison and Janelle's kids. There's no reason. He's still with their mother. Well,
not anymore,
but there's no reason then he's not talking to them. Nope. So he's, whatever. Okay, go on.
So we're back to Kody being in the fetal position, sobbing, and how happy she is. And then we see the screen of like how happy she is that she isn't married to him anymore. It's so freaking awesome. And he's like shaking his head. He's watching the little, actually, I tend to watch the little picture-in-picture more because we get to see their reactions to shit. And sometimes they lose their face and their face speaks whether they want to or not. And his face spoke a lot. Kody says to Suki that he thinks Christine enjoys hating him.
Christine doesn't deny it.
I don't know if she enjoys hating him. I think what she enjoys, though, is the fact that she's just not putting up with his bullshit anymore. And she's not kowtowing to him, and she's not doing what he wants her to do.
I'm just going to say this.
Okay.
For as raunchy as I can be at times, I am a bleeding heart. And one of the things that really bothers me is when somebody keeps kicking somebody else who's down. And I think that's the vibe I'm getting from Christine that I'm starting to be a little like leery with. Like, I'm like, let's Kody kind of says it. Like, you've moved on.
Right.
Leave this alone. And this is why I think I prefer Janelle's energy so much more. Because Janelle just does this all with class.
She does.
You know what I mean?
Janelle is above all of this. She's just doing her thing. It's fine. Now, here's a question. Yes, Christine has,
I'm still team Christine, but like she needs to slow her roll a little bit.
Do you think it would be this much if they weren't on a television show?
That's a good question.
People keep asking her what she thinks of this and what she thinks of him over and over.
And I'm sure people keep asking Janelle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. Look, Kody is not the victim here. He gets everything he fucking deserves.
Yep.
But like Christine has won. She's won. You've won.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, right. Like, let's just, I don't know. I'm starting to, like I said last week, she needs to dial this in a little bit. Like when she's talking about, we'll get there, but being the Disney villain and like, you're going to alienate some people, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. So back at Salsa Brava, we actually see some new footage.
We do.
That we did not see before.
Yes, we do.
And Kody says he has had evil thoughts about Christine. And Christine asks if it is grief over her leaving. And he says, no, it's grief over his big picture. My big picture. And Christine says it's like he's trying to blame me for destroying his big picture, but doesn't see that his actions over the course of 10 years is what demolished his big picture. And she's right. Like,
And when she says things like that, I'm like, yes, you're
yes.
right. I'm on your team. Yes,
Yep.
100%. Facts.
She's being calm. She's
Yep.
being measured. Like, she's like, this is just what happened.
Yep.
And you can't.
And it's true. It's true.
Yeah. She says you can't pick favorites, and you can't just stay at one person's house and expect to still have the big picture of a big, huge, happy, big family.
And they're showing this to Kody.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Kody says it was an uncomfortable life with her in Vegas, and it got worse in Flagstaff, and he never wanted her to leave. He felt like they suffered for so long, and she's just going to give up.
Yeah, that's real weird, dude.
We've suffered for so long, so let's keep suffering versus end the suffering.
Yeah. Is this like the what is it called? The silence? What's the golden silence? What is it?
Oh, the sacred
treasured loneliness. Oh, sacred loneliness. I got there.
You got there. Yeah, sacred loneliness.
Is that like, is this similar? Like you need to suffer through everything together and then maybe.
I mean, there is a thing in Christianity of suffering.
Oh, yeah, there is.
There's a lot of suffering that goes on, so maybe that's part of it. Who knows?
Maybe. Hey everyone, stay tuned. Little Miss Recap will be right back after these words.
And what really bothers him is that she is mocking his suffering and laughs about it. I don't think she was laughing about the fact that he was supposedly dying of COVID. I think she was laughing at Gwendolyn. I think she was legit laughing at Gwendolyn's imitation of him.
So I think she was laughing at how dramatic he is, which is so, that is what makes Kody both punchable and lovable in the way you love. What do you love that really sucks? This show.
Not our show about this show. This show itself. Yeah.
Yes. Like, this is what makes Kody. The fact that he gets a 99-degree fever and he's on the floor crying in the fetal position.
This is trapezius and his gluteus maximus hurting.
Can't stop, won't stop. Keep it coming, Kody.
And Christine did say, like, last season or something when they were talking about this, that, like, he gets the man flu. And, like,
I think Janelle said that. Like, he's like a giant baby.
Yeah. A splinter in his paw sends him right to the hospital. Like, so, Kody calls Christine the mean girl.
Mm-hmm.
And Kody insists at lunch she's being mean. She's mocking his pain. That she has unraveled his family and destroyed his dreams. And she's riding off in the sunset to a happier life.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's not picking up the pieces, but trying to figure out what his life looks like. Isn't that just picking up the pieces? Isn't that the same thing?
I think that he pulled back the picking up the pieces because it would indicate that his entire life is destroyed, but he still has his marriage with his sweetheart.
Right.
Not sweetheart Judith.
His sweetheart Judith.
His lover. Robyn. His lover. Robyn.
God, please stop saying lover. God. Okay. Now we have Christine talking about how she always preferred the Disney villains, which I found interesting. Our princess girl.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this is not a good look for her. Yeah,
no, this part is not a good look. And she says that this part I understand. She hid so much from Kody.
Yes,
he demanded her to be the sweet, happy-go-lucky, never could have a bad day wife, which I believe. I think anytime she had a serious or negative thought, he was like, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So I think she is trying to figure out how, like, I don't have to play your game anymore. I think she's gone too far the other way.
And I think there is amazing joy in her heart because she doesn't have to put up with this asshole and jump through these hoops anymore. And we all get that. And you get a month or two of publicly gloating about that. But, like, you've moved on.
Right.
Like I said, like, I don't know. Something about it, guys. Come at me if I'm completely wrong. If you're here for for her to just gloat about this, but something feels icky about it, and I feel like
a little much.
I feel like if I was her kid, I would have a real problem with this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would want to see my mother treating my father with a little more empathy, or at least indifference, than this.
I think if they had a different relationship with their father, they would feel this way.
Yeah.
Except for McKelty, and truly sort of all of her kids are estranged from him.
Right. And he blames her for that.
And he blames her for that.
And
I
it's
don't
his
think
fault. That is
it's his
his fault.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't think her kids, who knows what her kids think.
I don't know. I just feel like it's too much.
Too much for you.
Yeah.
So she says she's being Cruella de Vil, and she felt a little bit crazy, and it felt a little bit good that she could be herself, and he only wanted her to be fun and bubbly. We just said that. And she doesn't have to put on her happy face anymore. And she's not going to stuff her emotions down anymore, which, good. She shouldn't have to, but she is gloating a bit.
You know who would love to hear those emotions? A therapist.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I recommend therapy for all of these people.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
and not group
all of
therapy.
them.
Not group
No.
therapy.
They all need really good therapists, each of them.
Yes,
And they need different therapists because
they need
each
my
of them,
Janet. I need my Janet to go out and fix this situation.
Yeah, I feel like my Priscilla could fix the situation too.
Mm-hmm.
Christine says that she finally understood how Kody and Robyn feel about each other. And that's how she feels about David. And she's like, I understand why Kody didn't want to leave her house. I don't want to leave David's house. Like, I have this feeling.
Yeah.
And she says they deserve to be happy. Go be happy and let the rest of us go and stop being angry. And then we can all get along again. So this is interesting. Christine thinks the reason they can't get along again is because Kody and Robyn are angry.
Mm-hmm.
Kody and Robyn think the reason they can't get along again is because Christine is shit talking them.
Yep. And I think both things are true.
Mm-hmm. I think so too.
Yeah.
Janelle doesn't think Kody will ever take on another wife.
No.
He says, apparently he says often, as we move forward into monogamy.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And Janelle said she'd bet Suki $1,000 that it won't happen. So Janelle.
Whoa, coming up with $1,000.
Our real frugal babe.
Mm-hmm. She's calling up Garrison like, do you have $500 I can borrow?
Janelle's got money now. She's got her Plexus money.
She does have her Plexus money.
If she would not bet $1,000 if she wasn't 100% sure. And Janelle says that they, Robyn and Kody, are happy and they have found something together that is very deep and it works. And she says, that's okay. Suki asks if she's okay with it. And Janelle's like, I'm fine. Maybe someday she'd like to find the same thing, but not now. She's not into it right now. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Janelle really seems to be living her best fucking life right now. She is traveling.
Well, and this is what I'm saying. Like, Janelle appears the happiest.
She does. She does, even though Christine's in love.
She acts the happiest. Right.
Suki asks Robyn. See, this was interesting. So Suki asks Robyn if she can find happiness with just Kody. And she says to be loving and respectful to Kody, she wants to say yes, but she doesn't know how this works. It's weird and it feels like it's disrespectful. I found this fascinating.
I did too. She needs permission, Amanda. She's looking for permission because she said it's disrespectful to his kids.
Yes.
Yep.
It's interesting. So Suki says, but they want you to be happy with Kody, meaning Janelle, Christine, and Mary. They all said it to me. And Robyn says I haven't heard it from them off camera. And Suki asks if that's what she needs to hear. And she says, yes, I need an off camera to my face because I don't know how it feels like this is again a quote. I don't know how it feels. It's like it's disrespectful to his kids. It feels disrespectful to the commitments I made. Now, she's of course sobbing. Again, no tears.
No tears.
No tears.
Which
Not
Amy Campbell, who is working on sending me that cake,
I know, bless her heart.
She was a runner-up for comment of the week, which we forgot to do. We'll do it at the end. Her husband, Phil, said those tissues must be super absorbent because there's no liquid getting through them. I thought that was pretty good. That was a runner-up.
Correct, sir. You are correct. Robyn goes on to say, my commitment to them, to their kids, to them, to Kody, about his family is not broken. And I don't know how to break it. I don't know how to be done with it. I don't care. People can think I'm stupid. I don't know how to. And I actually felt for her in this. Like,
I need the shame bell. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because I gotta say something.
Her. Okay, go ahead.
I think she was legitimately upset here.
I think so too.
Like, I really thought we were going to see a tear.
I did too. That's why I paused and expanded the screen. But we thought there could be a tear here.
We didn't see a tear. But I will say this. This explains a lot. just like we were stunned a few episodes into the season when we discovered, like, oh, Robyn's the one forcing Kody to be with all these women because
Mhm.
now it's another revelation that's similar. Now
Yeah.
it's like, oh, Robyn feels guilty and she
Mhm.
wants permission to be okay with this.
Mhm.
It's
Mhm.
interesting. It's interesting what we look to other people for permission, isn't it?
Exactly, exactly, and
Mhm.
the fact that we always look to other people for closure.
Yep.
Like, you can't get
Yep.
closure from other people. Closure is something you give yourself,
Yep.
and you don't
So
need the other person to do it.
so do you think that this will ever happen? Do you think, Janelle will ever say to Robyn, like, "Look, it's over with me and Kody, but you guys live your life. Like, I'm happy for you."
I think if anyone were to say it to her, it would be Mary.
Yeah, Mary probably already has.
Probably already has, yeah.
Yeah.
Go be happy with him. I don't want him.
But
Well, she does want him.
I think she's real hung up on the kids thing.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
do think that it bothers her that all these kids hate her.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it bothers her that all these people hate her.
Let me tell you something. She's a Libra. Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Coming from the Libra point of view, we don't like when people don't like us.
No. No.
No.
Nor
No,
does
no, no,
nor does
no,
this
no.
Pisces. But I don't know if
Yeah.
that's a Pisces
Yeah.
thing, but this Pisces does not like when people don't like her.
Hey everyone, thanks so much for listening to this free preview of Little Miss Recap Extra. To join us at our $5, $8, or $12 tier, please look for us on Patreon or Supercast, or we also have the $8 tier available to anyone on Apple subscriptions. For your pledge of $8 a month, you get 2 episodes a week. One is Sister Wives, and we're going into the rewind, and the other one for right now will be 90 Day The Single Life. Join us over at our Facebook group, share the pod, subscribe, and never miss an episode. Thanks so much for listening.